Welcome to The Holistic Entrepreneur with holistic nurse practitioner, success coach, and best-selling author, Bonnie Groessl. Bonnie and her expert guests share tips, tools, and strategies to achieve success on your holistic entrepreneur journey. Each show features answers to common entrepreneur challenges, along with a healthy dose of support and motivation. Now, please welcome the host of The Holistic Entrepreneur, Bonnie Groessl.
Well, welcome everyone. This is your host, Bonnie Groessl, here at The Holistic Entrepreneur. Now today, we're going to do another Biz Bites with Bonnie, and we're going to do the third episode in our series on content marketing. We're going to talk about the power of video today, and I'm going to get to that in just a moment. But first, I always want to take a moment to thank all of you for spending your valuable time here with me on the show. I am so honored that you do that each and every week. Now, I know that time is our most precious asset, so I always want to make sure that these shows are value-packed so that you feel your time was well spent. You know, I think being a holistic entrepreneur is really more about who you are than what you do. You come from that heart-centered place. You want to make a difference in the world. Perhaps that's you, and that's why you've decided to join us on the show today. So if this is your first time listening, welcome. And if you've tuned in before, welcome back. I hope that you find this will be another great episode with insights to help you on your entrepreneur journey. Now make sure you check out the show page before you leave. There's always a gift for you there, and there are ways to connect with me as well. We can connect on Facebook, or you can send me a message at bonniegroessl.com. I would love to hear from you. And, you know, maybe you have a message to share. I always love having guests on the show, so please reach out to me if you would like to reach people all over the world with your message. Now, the information presented here is educational, inspirational, and motivational in nature, but I always wanted you to just take what fits for you and simply let go of the rest. This show does not intend or imply to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment either. I always want to preface every show we do with that little reminder for all of us. Now, let's get into our content for today. I love talking about video because there are some things that it's like, okay, it's a little hard to do, but it's so critical. So why should entrepreneurs use video? Why do we have to do that? Well, 55% of people watch videos online every single day. That's a lot of people. And Google, of course, loves video because they own YouTube. And when a video comes up in a search, people tend to click on the video links first, right? The things that have the pictures. 92% of mobile video consumers share videos with others. It's easy to do when you're on a mobile device. And if you sell a product, 90% of the users say that product videos were helpful in them making the decision to buy or not buy the product. After watching a video, 64% of users are more likely to buy that product online. Video on social media generates 12,000 more shares than text and image posts combined. Oh my goodness. And video posts on Facebook have 135 greater organic reach. And including video on a landing page can increase your conversion by 80%. And there's a benefit to doing Facebook Live videos. People spend 3 times longer watching a video that's live than one that had been pre-recorded. Now, you can still record your live video and then make it evergreen. And you don't have to just do Facebook Lives, but it's one option. Video in emails also increases the reach and click-through rates by like 200 to 300%. Video stays on people's minds. 80% of all users said that they can recall a video that they watched in the last 30 days. Most of those people probably couldn't say that they recall reading a particular email or whatever in the last 30 days. So video sticks with people. Now, the 3 most effective types of video content are customer testimonials, that's number 1, and then sharing information, valuable information, so tutorial videos and demonstration videos. Often these are called explainer videos. You can easily teach something quickly, and it makes it easy for someone to absorb the information because they have both the audio and the video. And you can also send them to your website, etc., to have them read more, download a PDF for those who prefer, reading the written word. But it makes it easy for people. It makes it easy for someone to absorb your information. Video also builds trust. If you do a live to camera, they get to see you, hear you, feel you, right? It's an energy thing. So now that you know how effective video can be, here's how you can use it in your marketing strategy. Now, these tactics are sure to provide you with the results that you're looking for, whatever that might be. So here are some strategies to include video in your marketing. Show people who you are. That's the benefit of live to camera. And if you don't want to do live to camera, we're going to talk in a moment about a way that you can kind of sort of do it live to camera. And then share your message. Share stories. I mean, you can, recite a lot of facts, like I did some statistics earlier in the show today, but facts tell and stories sell. So if you want to engage people, you want to hit those emotional buttons, right? You want to connect with them on an emotional level. Stories do that. Always have a call to action. That if you're going to do anything really online, always have some sort of call to action, even if it's just to connect with you or look at your Facebook page or whatever it is, but always have something. And then post it everywhere. If you do video, post it on YouTube, your website, social media platforms, anywhere you can think of to put it. And then on YouTube, make sure that you enter your website link in the first 2 lines, and you have to use the whole thing, the HTTP or HTTPS, because otherwise people can't click on it. They can copy paste it maybe or retype it, but they can't just click on it. If you use the whole URL, all they have to do is click on it and it will go to the page that you want them to send them to. So use videos to share your brand story. Allow the viewers to experience your passion for the market that you serve. Why do you do what you do? Let that come through. And that's much easier to come through on video where they can see you and hear you and feel you than it is like in a PDF or something like that. Live streaming videos are all the rage now. Oh my goodness. So take advantage of that. Facebook Lives and Instagram stories help you to engage with your social media followers like no other. Now, there's some difference of opinion in how long your video should be. Some say keep it short because, we as humans have a very short attention span. And others recommend longer videos to build that relationship. So what I would say is test it. Every situation and every audience is different. So try a few things and see what works out the best for you. What gets the most views and shares and comments and those sorts of things. And then you can also share your blog content. Say you do a blog. You can share your blog content in a video as well. You can share things that are in the news, sort of inviting them backstage to your next event to get to know you before you go on the real physical stage if you're going to be doing that. Upload videos directly to Facebook, this is a little tip, versus sharing videos from YouTube. Now you can do either or, but to better boost your organic reach, Facebook wants you to stay on Facebook. They don't want people to leave Facebook. So they reward you a little bit. They give you a little bit of love, a little bit better reach if you embed the video so that they stay on Facebook. And then create videos for each of your products or services that you have, especially your flagship one. So you have one thing that you lead with. That's your sort of your signature program or signature product. Illustrate that, how to use it, the benefits, the features, all of that sort of thing. The more you educate your audience on the use of your product or service, the better. And then repurpose popular blog posts into videos series like, to extend its reach. We kind of just talked about that, but this is like doing it with the whole series. Say you have a few blogs that are about the same type of topic, like this content marketing series. Also create videos as another way to share that information. People have different preferences in how they like to perceive information. Some people prefer to read it. Some people prefer to listen to it. Some people prefer to see it in action. So when you do a video, you're really hitting the audio and video piece. So you're having them listen to it and to see it, to see you doing whatever it is that you're doing. And then you can always add a PDF for the text for those people who prefer to read. The more formats that you use, the better your message will be shared. And then include videos in your email marketing. Be sure to include the word video in the subject line so that they know that there's a video in there. Sometimes that makes people click on your email and open it as opposed to not opening it because they want to see what the video is. It's that curiosity factor. And then plan and schedule your videos so that everything makes sense. It aligns with your business goals, keeps you consistent, and it makes sense in, you're not just doing things kind of willy-nilly. Now, what if you're afraid of the camera? That little red button can be harder than talking to an audience live on stage. I get that. That's kind of me too. So if you don't want to be on camera, at least to begin, you can do different things like using screenshots, animation, a whiteboard. You can do a PowerPoint presentation on Zoom, record it, and you can choose if you want to keep yourself in a small little image up in the upper right corner or not. But that kind of gets you into it in an easy way. You can also start with podcasting because then you're at least speaking like I am now, and it gets through some of that. Now, when you use Facebook live to camera from your computer, something like that, practice with it and get comfortable with it. I think you just got to do it. It's the way things are going. So you could give yourself a challenge. Say, I'm going to do X number of videos in the next month. Or better yet, have others join you. Maybe you have a Facebook group that you can do this in. And if you don't have a Facebook group that you can do it in, create one for it. You can do the voiceover only, like I said, with podcasting, but we'll cover podcasting in a future episode in this series, so I don't want to get too much into that today. But just do it. The best thing is just talking. Have bullet points. I think bullet points are easier than having it all written out because people tend to read it then, and I would encourage you not to read it. People can tell. It doesn't look or sound natural. And don't wait to have a good hair day or the perfect time weather-wise. I know sometimes I have trouble with this. I think I'm going to record, one day and then I procrastinate. I find other things to do, or I think, I'm not having a good hair day, and then I don't do it. So make it easy for yourself. A tip I got from Joe Barnes a while ago, I love this tip, and I've done it since then, is to have a camera and all of your equipment set up in a room of your house or whatever at all times so that it's always ready to go. You can just walk into that room and record. Now, it might be things like a tripod to hold your phone or mobile device, maybe some lights if you're inside. You don't need a lot of expensive equipment. We can take great videos with our phone and mobile devices these days. And another thing is you can break it up into doable sections. 20 seconds or so, record 20 seconds and then pause the recording, look at your notes, get yourself together again, and then, record the next 20 seconds and then edit them all together. You can piece them all together in the end. And if you're not live, if you're not doing like a Facebook Live or something, you can always edit it. So don't worry about it. And you can also use a teleprompter if you need some help. I have one that I use that's an app actually that I have on my phone and my iPad. If I'm recording something longer and I really want to make sure I cover everything, I will use the teleprompter. And that's helpful too. The more you do it, the better you get. Now, everyone starts at that awkward stage. And if you look back at your previous videos, I know when I look at some of my first ones, it's like, oh my goodness, and I'm not great at it by any means now, but I'm so much better than I was when I started. So, that's okay. It makes you real. People want to know that you're a real person. So it's okay to do the ums, just so you don't do a bunch of them, and make mistakes, do the oopses. It's okay because that way people know you're real, right? They know you're human and you make mistakes too. And besides, you can edit all of those things out if you want to. So video is a marketing tool I think you should be using. In this fast age of everybody's in a hurry and they don't have any patience and they want to do it fast, you can get your message out quickly. You have 3 to 4 seconds on a website before someone's attention, gets diverted someplace else and they click off of your site. If you've got a video that engages them right from the get-go, they'll stay on your site longer. And videos have a compelling way of fostering engagement. Getting more click-throughs, shares, lead generation, sales even. It allows your audience to get to know you. And what's the first part of know, like, and trust? It's the know part, right? And one other thing, I would always ask people to share when you can. Because people often think of it, but they don't do it. And it's nice to ask them. It also makes them feel good about being able to share your stuff. So always ask people to share your video when you can do that. So your success work this week is to start practicing, or if you already do video, do more of it. So Zoom is free. You can record yourself and practice that way. And then later on, you can put it on Facebook, YouTube, your website, wherever. So you don't have to do it live to camera, but it can still look like it's live to camera, even though it's pre-recorded. So many ways that you can do it to just get started. And I hope I've given you a few things to think about to help you on your way to doing and using more video in your content marketing. So until next time, I want you to believe that anything is possible as long as you believe in yourself.
You've been listening to The Holistic Entrepreneur, hosted by Bonnie Groessl. The Holistic Entrepreneur has been brought to you by M&B Global Solutions, your source for individualized coaching for entrepreneurs and authors, along with book editing and publishing services. To learn more, go to m&bglobalsolutions.com.